Right on time. Thank you for all the positivity in the chat. You're always very supportive, knowing that we're always going to be on time with Geeks and Gamers Daily. Never any negativity from our wonderful audience that does nothing but support us. Hi, Ryan.
Hi. Yeah, I didn't even notice that we were on. Were we on time or off time today? Maybe by a minute or something.
According
right?
to the chat, we're late, but according to reality, we're on time, and that's all that matters to me.
Half of y'all motherfuckers are in different time zones and shit like that. Your clocks are probably just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a video of you yelling at the chat, screaming and blaming them for your audio mistakes.
Not my audio mistakes. Your inability to, like, your equipment that is not sufficient to be able to handle the audio that I was throwing everybody's way.
So just to confirm, you did not die during the hurricane.
No, I did not die. I'm perfectly fine. It was a little bit windy, a little bit rainy, but I mean, I think that's just about as bad as it's going to get if you're in like the Orlando area. You know, I just can't see it getting too much worse than that, being so far inland. But it's just, hey, that's why we're living inland, not on the coast.
Yeah.
Sorry, people on the coast.
Yeah, I mean, I always worry about tornadoes even inland, though, especially coming. It depends on where. If you're on the right side of that eye, it can be rough. So, but I'm glad for the most part. You know, there were places like West Palm got hit pretty hard. Fort Pierce got hit pretty hard. There were some other places south of Sarasota that got hit. But overall, it wasn't as bad as maybe it was anticipated, which is a good thing. And that's typically what happens with hurricanes. They're usually not as bad as anticipated, which is a good thing because holy shit, man, they can do some damage. We saw what happened in North Carolina and some other places. So,
I mean, this one was pretty much exactly as advertised, except that it shifted a little further south, which is probably very helpful. Not good for the people that are south, but helpful for the majority of the people that could have been impacted by it in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and there's more hurricanes out there. And of course, as you guys know, I am a certified internet meteorologist. So I will be covering all things hurricanes over on my Jeremy Prime Y'all YouTube channel. That is not a thing. I don't have a Jeremy Prime, y'all. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. And I know that there's this huge Sweet Baby Inc. story. I still got to kind of do more research on that one. So
I didn't know there was a big Sweet Baby Inc. story.
Yeah, you didn't even know about that.
I was dead to the world last night.
Yeah.
So I was not paying attention to anything.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a video on that later. And I saw our boy Prometheus Creations dropped a 50. Says 50 for Gohan creates Prometheus Creations. Kim Belair, CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., is a scared little soy biatch and has redesigned the site to hide their clients. Changed spots. Let's see. Here we go. Change spots on a leopard and it's still a leopard. Fight against ESG DEI is not over. Stay the course for the fans. Yes. And so I'm going to do a video on that later on. And I did see she did a press conference where she basically played the fake victim. And she was speaking at an event. And
I wouldn't necessarily call it a press conference. It looks like she was probably speaking at the XOXO festival, maybe even a couple months ago. And they just now like put out that video.
Was it a few months ago?
That's what I believe based on the 2 seconds of research I did on their website. It was probably done a few months ago, and they just put that video out now.
And it's
this was not her. This is not Sweet Baby calling a press conference. This was the founder of Sweet Baby Inc., in charge of diversity and ESG and all this stuff, coming to an event and speaking and giving like a 20-minute TED talk about how to deal with harassment from gamers, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's not like to me. It's not going over very well. They have likes and dislikes turned off on the video. They have comments disabled on the video. And apparently they've wiped their website. So I'll be doing a more in-depth video on that here on the channel for sure. Because most of that happened late last night is when I saw all of that. So, but more Sweet Baby Inc. to talk about. So that's going to be a fun video. So we'll definitely do that. Go on also says you need to get Cabrutus back on and talk to him about what's going on with Sweet Baby. Yeah, Cabrutus is awesome. We haven't had Cabrutus on in a while, so we may have to do that. Eric Guywall with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Let's see. Tomak for 20 says the time has come to end this. Is what nature planned, being tracked by a starving beast looking for its daily feast. A predator on the verge of death, close to its last breath, getting close to its last breath. Rules of nature. What do you think about that one, Ryan?
Are we done with this stuff yet?
Dude, what do you think happens on the internet when you ask people to stop doing stuff?
It just stops right away, obviously.
Yeah,
that's why if we would just tell everybody, please don't go harass any actors or actresses, it would all immediately stop. That's
It'll
all
all stop. It'll all stop. We have all the power here. All right, we have all the power here. But what did you think of Elon last night and his robots?
I didn't see any Elon and robots last night.
Are you fucking kidding? Did you pass out at like 9 o'clock? Did you go to bed at Dan Vaz time?
I went to sleep at 8:38 p.m. exactly on the dot.
Bro, Rise of the Machines is here. Like, I can't fucking believe you didn't see this. Like, Elon brought out.
And then I just got up basically now. So
yeah, like we are all going to die. Hang on. Like, look at this shit right here, okay? Look at this.
And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular.
What are these guys for?
Something that anyone could own.
According to Elon, they can do whatever you want them to. Watch your kids, walk your dog, clean your house. I guess you can fuck them if you want.
So you
I wouldn't want to fuck one of these.
Your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. But fundamentally, at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll be able to do anything you want.
Why do they make him look so creepy?
It looks like iRobot.
You could just make it so it didn't look like it was going to take over the fucking world. Like, you could design it in a slightly different way that didn't make you have to worry, like, look over your shoulder every single day that thing lives with you.
Yeah, this is bad. Like, I hate this.
Sure,
I mean,
your kids.
I don't care personally. Go for it.
Dude, listen, in 100 years from now, humans are not going to control this world. Robots are going to control this fucking world.
Walk your dog, mow your lawn.
We've had our chance.
Get the groceries. Just be your friend. Serve drinks.
Your friend.
Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind.
I would love to have that fucking robot bring my groceries in, to be honest with you.
Well, look, I mean,
what's it gonna be? Can you get me one, Jeremy?
He said 20. He said $20,000 to $30,000. He said $20,000 to $30,000. Right here. Here we go.
Is that real?
Huh?
Is that real? Like, why does it move so retarded?
Let's see.
Okay.
This is real. This was at the event last night. Like, and then Elon brought like a fucking RoboCop van out there. Can't believe you didn't see that one. Hang on. Let's see if I can mute that. So Elon brought this like RoboCop thing out. Where's it at? Is this it? Yeah, right here.
In this, so that would be quite fantastic. Oh, and also, what happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than a Model Y? The Robovan. The Robovan is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that. Now, can
I
you
hate listening to
now
Elon
this
talk
is- and you
sometimes
see
because
this
it takes him
coming
so long to
towards
spit it out.
I know it. I know it. So that's the future, ladies and gentlemen. We are all going to
for high
die.
density, 10 cents a mile with the robo. So
God,
yeah,
what is that?
one of the things that we want to
What is
do.
that fucking game where there's a game where artificial intelligence and like little AI robots that are assistants and shit in the house play like a big role, and I can't think about it. I think it came out for the PS4. Somebody will fucking probably remind me in the chat. Oh, Detroit Become Human.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
game.
yeah.
That's what
yeah.
this shit reminds me of. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
this is wild. So that happened last night, and yeah, this is the beginning of the end right here. But look, man, it's not just like, I guess if anything, I'm glad Elon Musk is the guy that's maybe at the forefront of it, not someone else, because this type of stuff is going to be mishandled in the future, though, dude. It's going to be, oh my god, like we are fucked. We are going to be controlled by robots.
I'll be honest.
This
I
is
don't
why
really
you're done.
care.
This is why you're done at 50, right?
Yeah, it's like that's a problem for like whoever in the future. They can figure that shit out. I don't care.
Oh man,
I don't. I just
I saw somebody in my comments. They're like, well, that's I guarantee you at least these robots won't be focusing on DEI initiatives. I'm like, yeah, they will, because they'll be programmed to. They'll be programmed to. So it's gonna be bad. So
Yeah,
I didn't sleep
I guess it
very
wouldn't
well
be
last
too
night.
bad. 20 or 30 grand for like an assistant or somebody to take care of your shit. Probably that's cheaper than hiring an illegal immigrant or something like that, probably. So, and
Yeah,
the robot will last a long time.
Until it turns on you.
What? Just like an illegal immigrant. Like, what's the fucking difference? I'm gonna be watching my back like a lot less around the robot. Just saying. Just being honest.
Oh goodness. So that's the latest on Elon Musk. All right, we'll read some super chats and we'll get into our next topic.
Okay. Japanese Demon Lord of Beer Lucifer. It was nice of Elon to fast forward Judgment Day for us humans. The robot overlords are here, and it's terrifying.
Yes.
Cider hype for 2. Phoenix said the shower scene has warmth. Maybe the water was hot. Kim Ketch becomes a channel member. Thank you. Or Tim. Did I say Kim? Tim.
You said Kim.
Mad Max for 5. Jeremy, do you know when the new caps are supposed to start shipping? Thanks.
They should be shipping. They should have shipped yesterday or today. Now, the storm could have created. Yeah, the storm could have created some shipping issues. I can follow up and get more information on that. I know that for something we were wanting for SpaceCon, we've already run into some shipping issues for SpaceCon because of the hurricane. But I'll double check on that, and hopefully I can give you some more clarity on CobraCast tonight.
Joey Bag of Donuts for 5. What did you guys think of the alternate ending to I Am Legend, where James Marsden realizes he was the monster all along? Yeah, I know. It's I always forget about that one somehow.
Dude, somebody was asking about James Marsden. I'm like, I don't remember that, and it was like, it's because
yeah,
it won't go away. It won't go away.
That's fine. Godzilla's Greaser for 10. Terrifier 3 is absolutely brutal and sadistic. David and Lauren are in top form. Effects are excellent, and the pacing's improved. A must-see for horror fans, but not the squeamish.
Nice. That's
Terrifier
what I like to hear.
3.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah. What if Elon would have made them look like Terminators, man? Holy crap. That would have been fucking cool. That would have been cool as shit. It would have been scary. It would have been cool.
Yeah, I think that would have made the fear factor a little bit more.
Yeah, I heard that.
They look weird because they have no face.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know what kind of emotions you're trying to robot fake, and I need like facial expressions to do that. Also, could you just beat the shit out of your robot and it won't fight back or anything? Like, these are the questions I want answered. Like, what are the rules about these things?
Yeah.
I don't know. Stephen De Leon for 5. Ryan needs to stop trashing the greatest college football team in the USA, Notre Dame. Remember, it's God, country, Notre Dame. Do better, Ryan.
Fuck Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's trash.
Yeah. That's one thing me and Ryan can consistently agree on. We hate Notre Dame.
Yeah, fuck the Fighting Irish. Bunch of losers. Ian H for 2. Are there any plans for TNT?
I
What's that?
don't know.
I don't know, Ian.
Is that like Tuesday Night Titans? I don't know.
Maybe it means Tuesday Night's Minute, but I don't know why you'd be asking now. That's the thing. I don't really understand. I have no plans for TNT, Ian, because I don't know
FNT? Is FNT maybe? I mean, FNT's happening.
I mean, my plans are to be there.
Oh, he means FNT. Okay. Yeah.
Are there any plans for FNT? Well, there will be one.
Yeah.
I don't know what the plan is, though.
We never know.
Then I'll be there.
We never know what the plan is.
I got to watch Agatha before. That's the only thing. Decrepit for 20. It can buy me a boat. It can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 iced down with some silver bullets. I know that they say money can't buy everything. Maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Take it, Ryan. #199. It's a great country song.
He did clarify. He said he meant FNT. So no problem.
Nandy O for 5. Damn, Ryan fell asleep before 9. Officially an old man. I did.
He's done. It's over.
I did. RSC Elman for 2. 150 for Ryan K. 50 for Machine Overlords. I'll make sure to put that in my pocket. Detroit becomes human in 5 years. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Crimson Cyborg for 5. Other countries will start doing this too. I trust Elon to keep us in the international tech race that's happening, like it or not. Better Tesla than China.
I do agree with that. I mean, a lot of people will say like, "Oh, Elon Musk is taking this as a dangerous place." It's like this dangerous place was already going to happen. It was already going to happen. So I'm glad that Elon Musk is at the forefront of it. He is a real life Tony Stark.
It's true.
I was going to say he's a real life Robert Downey Jr.
The characters are inseparable. B-Man for 5. Thank you for your service, Ryan. I love the grind you and Jeremy do. Always keeping it real with honest opinions. I discovered you both from Star Wars Theory. Well, thank you, B-Man 99.
Appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate it. Giggles and Bits for 2. Ryan will order his Optimus in black. Is that what they're called? Optimus?
Yes.
Optimus, huh? Like Optimus Prime?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know something else that comes in black now? Captain America.
Oh, nice segue.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we have heard about all the chaos and problems and things like this behind the scenes for Captain America 4 for quite some time, including rumors that they basically reshot the entire show or the entire, the entire movie because it was just that bad. And of course, I'm sure Harrison Ford was really happy to come back to a Marvel set to film this again. I'm sure everybody loved redoing the same things they've already done. Well, apparently, the new and improved Captain America 4 Brave New World doesn't look like it may have improved all that much with the reshoots. Captain America Brave New World reportedly awful after test screening. This rumor comes from Scooper, My Time to Shine, hello, and others as well. Just heard back from like 3 people who went to see Captain America Brave New World test screening, and woof, movie sounds awful. It was also previously reported by World of Real. 2 different cuts of the film test screen last week. The person who attended didn't seem to like the movie all that much. The reactions I've heard have not been kind to this movie, which is being described as inessential and flat. I believe that it would be looked at as inessential because no one really cares about this character anymore in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Not at all. I mean, Captain America basically has been with Chris Evans in the role, who is not a movie star but is phenomenal as Captain America. I mean, he is an amazing Captain America in my opinion, and he has essentially become him along with Iron Man become the face of the MCU. And now, when you're giving us this race swapped Captain America, nobody's buying it. No one cares. This has never ever been what the audience wanted. This was not the natural progression of the character within the universe. This did not feel natural at all. It felt extremely forced when they did that in Endgame. And then, of course, we saw Captain America and his virtue signaling nonsense, or Black Captain America and his virtue signaling nonsense. And yeah, this is DOA. I think this could potentially be it because of the name Captain America. I guess it probably could do more than the Marvels, but I feel like this is Marvel's territory is where this movie's heading. You think
that
so?
would be scary? Because I imagine with the fact that they essentially did have to reshoot a majority of this movie, a lot of this movie, like there's a chance that the budget for this is just absolutely blown up. Now, I think they filmed this one in Georgia, which means we probably don't get to see those fancy, UK tax results and shit like that we do for a lot of the other movies, because I think it was made in Georgia. But I mean, there's a chance they spent $350 million on something like this. Absolutely. Why not when you look at all the budgets of all of their other movies that they've had, including something like the Marvels?
Yeah. And again, I think it'll probably do more than the Marvels, but it feels like this is definitely that level of excitement, which is not much at all with this movie. Just no one cares about this character. No one cares about Papa Doc being Captain America. Nobody. If you know the reference, you know the reference. But that's all these years later. That's all I can see him as is Papa Doc. Still, I can't. It's like Ross from Friends, dude. David Schwimmer's always gonna be Ross. He's always gonna be Papa Doc. That's all I remember him as. Clarence, and Clarence has has both parents. Is that what he said? I can't remember the lines in it. But what do you think? Do you think this is going to be do you think they're gonna? Is this a box office failure? Almost guaranteed. Maybe not Marvel's level.
I think 100% it's going to be a box office failure. Now, Marvel's numbers, that would be crazy, but I don't really know what to expect at this point. We just had Joker open to less than the Marvels did, right? So, it's very unpredictable. And obviously, it's coming out at some point next year. Maybe, is it May next year that it's actually coming out?
That's actually a good point, because I don't think the fact that Joker 2 had less than the Marvels is insane.
It is, yeah.
So that gives you the idea that this could be that big of a failure. And with all the reshoots, with everything, with the budget going nuclear at this point in time, it's absolutely insane. So I think that this is going to be a huge failure for Marvel. I'm not sure I'm ready to say it's going to be below the Marvels, but I think that it's going to be somewhere within Marvel's territory, because who's excited for this?
Happy Valentine's Day. It's on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Same day as the release of Black Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Jesus.
So, same release date.
God. Yeah, this is
in the middle of Black History Month.
Do you think that is there any rumors that are gonna throw a Hail Mary and try to get like a cameo from fucking Iron Man or Spider-Man or something like that? That would be a Hail Mary for them attempt.
I don't think so. Now from someone like Bucky, maybe yes. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But in terms of a Tom Holland Spider-Man swinging in there, I don't see that necessarily happening.
Yeah, and this isn't really like as much as like from Marvel's perspective, it's 100% agenda-driven DEI bullshit. But hang on. L. Anderson says, Jeremy, sometimes you're really dumb. Like when you say Chris Evans isn't a movie star. Just look up his credits. He's been in at least 40 movies. We're probably more than that. You must be fucking retarded if you don't understand the point I'm trying to make. Just because you're in a fucking movie doesn't make you a movie star. The fuck are you talking about? Being in a movie doesn't make you a movie star. I say Chris Evans is not a movie star because he can't carry a movie on his own name. Tom Cruise is a movie star. Will Smith was a movie star. Chris Pratt is a movie star. Chris Evans is not a movie star. No one's going to see a movie because Chris Evans is in it. By your logic, Donald Trump's a movie star. Been in movies. He's been credited in movies. So there you go. So anyway, back to my point at hand here. This is not with Disney. It's about DEI initiatives, but the reality of it is I think this movie would be in the same boat if Bucky was your Captain America.
Probably,
if he was, no one would be caring about this. No one. Chris Evans was Captain America.
It depends, because that was very quick on like the downslide, right? If Bucky is Captain America, one of the first Marvel series we got, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, probably wouldn't just have been about racism in Captain Americaville, right? Which is basically what that show turned out to be.
Yeah.
So I think we get a very different show there. And maybe that we don't have the massive downslide from that point on, but it's all based on the initial decision anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Bucky is going to be in a movie though a little bit later on. Thunderbolts. You seemed very interested in that when you saw the trailer for Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Thanks to Disney for blocking our trailer reaction on that, which is weird that got blocked. No, I thought that looked terrible. There's nothing. Is there anything that Marvel has upcoming that looks good? Anything? Like I don't even. There's nothing that jumps out at me.
The only thing upcoming that I think anyone has any sort of like, hey, what could this be? Is Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again, basically. But that one, people are still very hesitant and shaky. They completely tore up everything on that, brought a lot of people that actually knew what they were doing in to potentially make it better. Who knows? That's one out there that could be okay. Fantastic Four might be the next thing that I think people are actually going to be interested in. Like that there's going to be some sort of investment in that because I think they know that it is going to affect the future of the MCU. But between now and then, Brave New World, Thunderbolts,
they're in serious trouble right now. To have anything that's
why they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom.
Yes, exactly.
That's why that's happening.
That is
they are in trouble because all of this has failed. The DEI experiment that they were pushing for in 2018, even that has failed, is completely failed, and now they got to get back to actually making entertaining shit.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people internally do know that.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like I don't feel like reports like this happen out of nowhere. I feel like they're starting to. I think they're trying to get ahead of it and just go, oh, we're hearing a lot of bad stuff. Like I feel like they're trying to preheat the oven for people at this point because they know it's bad. I don't think these things just happen. These things happen for a reason. These reports, these leaks, this information happens for a reason. I think that there's some type of like, let's lower the expectations and maybe that will help us. I don't know. I just don't. I don't believe anything from the mainstream media or any outlets or sources or screenings. I don't believe anything. I believe it's all strategic, whether it's people coming out of going, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen, or, oh, this one's got
or whether it's scoopers who maybe get one scoop in 10 and make up all the others. Maybe they know that something like that will get a lot of people invested and a lot of clicks, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's
just the reality.
They just have so much riding on this movie. You said the budget could be up to $350 million.
Yeah.
And that means that the movie would ideally would need to make around $700 to $750 million to break even. That is not fucking happening.
Yeah, probably closer to 900 million.
Really? Explain how, because I've always been told like you basically you essentially just double the production budget is essentially the best kind of guesstimate way to look at that.
If the only money that was spent, sure, but the problem is the production. Say you spend $250 million making something. If you get $500 million from the box office, or like at the box office, theaters get about half of that. You would get that money back. But the problem is that's not all the money you're spending on the film. It's also marketing. So they're going to spend at least at a minimum $100 million marketing something like that. Probably more, but you can at least bet on at least minimum of 100 million. So that would take the total spending to about 450 million, which if you factor in the box office cuts, you're talking around $900 million to break even on a movie with that type of budget, with that type of spending. Because it's not just about the production budget, it's also all the fucking extra costs.
So this movie's going to need to make between $800 and $900 million. Holy shit.
Probably, yeah.
I ain't going to save the bottom line on this one, man. It's not going to happen. They are fucked with this movie. So again, I think it's fair to assume that this is Marvel's territory, potentially, for them. I know nobody who's interested in this movie. I know nobody. I see no enthusiasm. I see no excitement. None. But we shall see.
Yeah, I don't think anybody needs to see Sam as Captain America. There's just not any investment. There's nobody that wants to come out and see that. I think a lot of people loved his role as Falcon and his dynamic with him and Captain America.
Absolutely.
And as that character, well, we destroyed that character, tried to make us like this new one, and neither of it's worked so far.
Exactly.
Over on the Rumble side, B. Barrett for 2. Jeremy, our future president and former president, is doing a rally in my city this afternoon. Do you plan to cover it?
Depends on what time it is. I've got a lot to do today, so we'll see.
Nader's Bricks for $1 new. The Beardo iBot makes fart sounds and comes with banana accessories. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Jeremy mounts a Trumpy trout to his new Tesla robot.
Trumpy trout thing is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Is that
one of those? Don't tell me you haven't.
Hold on. I don't know what Trumpy trout is, but here's my guess. Is it? Remember those like Billy the Big Mouth bass things that like come off the wall? Is it one that supports Trump?
It's worse.
Oh, it's
bad. It's really fucking bad.
Does it like have Trump sounds out of it?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna have to show you now because the whole fucking chat's gonna go crazy. It's go ahead and read super chats. I gotta pull it up. It's fucking horrible.
Properly named though, because that's pretty much exactly what I thought of. All right, back to the super chats. If I can figure out where we left off. Oh, here it is. Jason Yankovic. Let's start small and get a Trumpy trout first, and then maybe look at getting a Killbot after that. See, Trumpy trout. Mike Spilligan for 2. Put a Trumpy trout on the robot face.
Jesus Christ.
I hadn't seen any of these until that chat came up. Eric Guidewall for $20 with Elon Musk's announcement of robots. America's going to get fatter and lazier than ever. The norm is going to be everyone having to ride electric carts because they're going to be too fat to walk in. I am embracing a Wall-E future. Okay. Robots to pick up my fucking trash. I just get to float around until I die. I'm fine with it.
You sound really excited about that.
I'm okay with it. I've embraced it. Zamzy for 2. Hashtag Robot Lives Matter, the new DEI. Pre-Dawn Corpse for 10. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's going to pay because the $1 million man always gets his way. Money, 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 money.
Here we go, Ryan. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Now, a message from the 45th President of the United Ponds of America.
Let's make fishing great again, okay?
He's here, everyone's favorite fish, Trumpy trout.
No one has ever seen a fish like me.
Trumpy trout is an animatronic talking fish with a big personality.
I am the hugely bigliest fish in the pond.
Watch his fins flap and his large mouth move as he makes speech after speech in high-fidelity sound.
Some bass are bad fish, crazy fish, criminal fish, and druggy fish. But some bass are good fish, and I only love some of them.
This can't be real.
It's real.
This can't be just a fucking Trump sex toy that you've basically turned into a fish. Like, what the fuck?
It's so fucking bad, dude. It's the
Does it make sex noises when you fuck it? He's like,
pull my gills, please.
like,
look at the production is really good on this commercial too.
Mount him to your wall or use the built-in stand to display him proudly on your desk. Now you'll
Look at all these white people. It's only white people.
never miss a Trumpy trout rally.
I'm building a new pond, and the bass will pay for it.
Set him to motion act.
That's it. I'm not watching that whole thing again. Whoo! It's so cringe. It's funny as hell, but I would never own that. Of course, now everybody's saying they're going to send me those to my P.O. box now.
how can that be a real thing? The Trillis for 5.
Dude, there's a fucking convenience store about 20 minutes from me, and they have like a lot of like
There's a lot of random Trump shit in there. Oh, I've been there once.
Okay, so but they have cotton candy, Donald Trump's hair as cotton candy. They have it's in a plastic package. It says Trump hair cotton candy. Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. I took a picture of that and put it on Twitter a couple months ago.
I wouldn't want to eat that.
I did. Look, man, I'm a fan of Trump, but there's certain lines that you just don't cross. So I'm not buying Trump cotton candy hair.
The Trillist for 5. Hey, Ryan, did you hear that Will Smith and James Marsden will be starring in the remake of Twins? No, I missed that part. ENH, FNT, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what the fucking plans are.
We never know what the plans
Gary's
are.
in another country, right?
Yeah, I think.
In Peru, I think. Somewhere lost in South Africa or South America.
I don't think I don't even know if Gary's going to show up. So
Eddie Brock for $5.99 with Penguin success. Can you admit you're wrong about the binge model, Jeremy? Tell him, Ryan. Where are the new vids, Ryan? I've been busy the past couple of days. So we'll get new vids.
Yeah, because there hasn't been anything binge model that's been successful. It's only there's nothing. Never been a successful binge model movie or a show. I'm sorry.
Space Digger for 2. Don't lie. We all know there are no plans for FNT.
That's true.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for $1.99. Glad you're still alive despite the odds, Ryan. Yeah, somehow keep making it out. Savvy's Trumpy Trout for 5. Robo Boxing. Having robots steal shit. Having robots stream. What could go wrong? Yeah, it's like, are robots going to be inhibited from breaking the law? Like if I tell my robot, hey, go steal this from my neighbor.
Yeah.
Will my robot do that?
That's crazy.
And do you have like doctor-patient confidentiality with your robot where they can't fucking rat you out? These are all questions I have for Elon. The important things. Not will they kill me in my sleep, but like, will they rat me out to the police? Can I make them break laws? Things like this.
Are they recording you while you're jerking off?
I don't care about that. I'm sure some fucking Chinese dude whose job it is to fucking go through every single fucking smartphone he can. Every once in a while, he fucking looks in my shit, sees me jerking off. Good for you, buddy. Hope you like what you see, Chinese man. Ministry of Wrong. I said that. Stephen De Leon for 5. Ryan didn't fall asleep. He passed out drunk. There's a difference. Well, either way, I was sleeping.
Good chance of that.
Sup man for 5. Big Mike with a penis sign. Thanks, Sup man. Thaddeus Thunderclad for 5. Everyone liked Falcon when he was Falcon. Leave it to these racist corporations to ruin a good black character. Also, hi Ryan. Very true. Golden Nuggets for 5. It's so hard for her to notice that I've tried hard to be straight. There's nothing left I can say if only she would look my way. Hey. Thanks, Golden Nuggets. Ian H for 2. 1992 space movie. Thank you, Ian. Cole Hauser for Cole for 5. Good morning, Jeremy and Ryan. There is a Black Optimus, Nemesis Prime. Oh, he's the evil one, I figure, huh? That's pretty fucked up. Jeremy finally got issue 1 of Marvel Transformers. Stay safe, Rigas. 199. Yo, Joe, praise Allah.
Yeah, Jay was telling me how good that Transformers, the G.I. Joe and Transformers runs. Everybody's loving them.
Golden Nuggets. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. This is my handle. This is my spout. Cole Hauser. Hey, Ryan, watched Grease last night. Wasn't gay. Nice. Grease 2 sucks, but yeah. Brian Grumps for 2. Somebody called James Marsden. This is iRobot IRL. James Marsden's getting a lot of play lately. Lord Botho for 5. I'm more interested in Wyatt Russell's U.S. agent. I'm in Thunderbolts than Captain America 4. He at least had something interesting behind his story. St. Louis for 5. Hail, have you all heard about the new Ham World of Warcraft? HamWow? Oh, ShamWow, HamWow? What am I doing?
Somebody was talking about the ShamWow guy the other day. Something to do with him.
It's like a chamois. It's like a towel. It's like a sponge. Yeah. That guy?
Yes.
And he also did the slap chop, right? He was a slap chop guy. That guy got fucking in trouble because he was trying to either like accost some woman or he got caught with a prostitute or something and she fucking bit his tongue. He got like a bad injury out of it. Yeah, there's some prostitute story about that ShamWow guy somewhere. So if that's what they were talking about. Giggity for 5. The new Captain America. You can sugarcoat that turd as much as you like. Still tastes like shit to me. John Ambler for 5. It's refreshing to see a gay homosexual who is sane and make valid points this day and age. Thanks, Jeremy. English Batchers for 10 pounds. You're a handsome and powerful man. We do love you. I think you might even be straight. Kill the 199. I don't know any Beyonce lyrics. Sorry. Golden Nuggets for 5. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. You guys are
send that one to Gary.
Black Kane. If Denky's next vid of Jeremy, a homosexual man, doesn't have a Trumpy trout in the background, I'll be disappointed. How are people like? How many? Did you go to the website itself?
Yeah. Somebody sent it to me. Do you want to guess? I'll tell you, but guess.
$29.95.
Little higher.
No, like
a little higher.
$39.95.
Little higher.
$49.95.
Little higher.
$100 for them. What?
Little lower.
89.
Little lower.
79.
Little lower.
74.95.
59.99.
Okay.
$60.
$60. You can almost get a new video game for that.
I know it.
Have you seen the ShamWow guy based video? Awesome.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up.
Was Beardo the voice actor for Trumpy Trout?
Dude, have you heard Beardo's RFK?
No.
Holy shit, it's good. It's fucking perfect.
Last time I did that, I think I got fucking yelled at not to.
His RFK is fantastic. It's really good.
I'll have to hear it.
It's really fucking good.
Chinese Beardo for 2. I buy 2 Trump trouts, full front and back. Go on creates. Trump should be a lion, not a trout. Lion is the MAGA mascot. That'd be all right. Crimson Cyborg for 199. I make sure I give my Chinese spies a show. Exactly. I got to perform for somebody. Rest of the cripple for 5. Sitting in line at Trump rally in Aurora. I usually live 15 minutes from the venue. Took an hour to get here. Line is going up and down the block. They're going to go see Trump tonight. That's going to be cool.
Hell yeah. You guys are going to have fun.
Jason C, do you guys see there's new on trans stormtrooper? It's a trans clone, and this is
years
like,
old.
Yeah, it's an old story. The thing is, it just got a there was a one of the books that have a bunch of info is about clone troopers, and this trans clone had a page in there, and it just woke a lot of people up to the fact that there's one that's existed in Disney Star Wars canon for 2 years now, which is insane. A fucking transgender clone. Yes, this is where we are with Star Wars. Where was I? The Hollow Knight for 5. Ryan, what do you think of the trans clone in Star Wars? I think it's stunning and brave, and I've known it's existed for the past 2 years. Mark of Reality for 10. Is anyone going to try to run FNT from North America? Are QBG and Extra Girl both improve with Gary? Ask them for passwords. Who am I kidding? It's a boulder rolling down a hill at us.
Yeah.
No fucking idea who's all there. No idea what's going on, but we're planning an FNT normal time.
We don't know what the hell's going on. We never do.
Well, a woman who will kiss on the first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who will kiss on the second time out is anything but fussy. Obi-Wan Bon Jovi. Thank you. For another 5, we got a couple from Obi-Wan Bon Jovi. But a woman who will wait till the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl you're glad you found. She's your shapoopy. Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy. The girl who's hard to get, shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy. But you can win her yet. Thanks, Obi-Wan Bon Jovi. We appreciate it. Shadow saying for 5, who wins in a fight, Trumpy Trout or Trumpy Bear?
Trumpy Bear. Trumpy Bear is the alpha giga Chad of this one, okay?
I have no fucking idea what Trumpy Bear even is or any of this shit.
I found that one out last night. The Trumpy Bear, that one's a lot cooler. The commercial is funny as fuck, too.
The commercial, like, I'm sure you've seen that one. It's just a compilation of white people not knowing how to do anything in infomercials.
Yes, yeah.
That video reminds me of Jay. That's what I feel like Jay goes through, like a large portion of his life.
Yes,
Or like problems like that, where he just goes to open the milk and instead of opening it, he just crushes it randomly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I imagine Jay's life is like. All those products are in his house to make him feel better.
Danky, you gotta make a video of that. Here we go, Ryan. This one is fucking funny. I like this one because it's like it leans into it.
The wind whispered through the forest. A storm is coming. You cannot defeat the storm. From the trees rose a resounding voice. I fear nothing. I come when the trumpet sounds. I am the storm, the great American grizzly. Introducing the original Trumpy bear, the fearless,
Just watch.
super plush American grizzly. Trumpy bear was born June 14th, Flag Day. Just find the secret zipper and pull out the flag blanket. Then wrap yourself in the red, white, and blue for comfort and warmth. Show your patriotism and proudly display Trumpy on Flag Day and on any American holiday. Trumpy can even honor your own family heroes.
God bless America and God bless Trumpy Bear.
Trumpy Bear sits proudly at the front of the motorcycle for all the world to see and loves to cruise with his brother.
I'm a former Marine, and I'm proud to have Trumpy Bear ride by my side. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Everyone knows Trumpy Bear loves to go to the golf course.
When I ride with Trumpy Bear, he makes my golf game great again. Thank you, Trumpy Bear.
Simply style his trademark hair and place him in his favorite chair. Even the toughest guys will love Trumpy Bear.
When America is great, business is great. When business is great, I am great. I love you, Trumpy Bear.
I am an Army veteran. I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Order the Super Plus Trumpy Bear.
Can you go back to that guy's name?
Which one?
The veteran there.
Let's see. There we go.
Frank Warholic. Maybe it's just happenstance.
Oh God, I didn't know about this one until last night. My chat was telling me about it. So that the fact that the Marine, he's running around, once a Marine, always a Marine. I love my Trumpy Bears.
And this is another real thing.
Yeah.
God, people really are fucking throwing their money away. Whenever I get fucking baited into an Instagram, like when I'm going through Instagram reels and I see some random thing and I get suckered into buying it, I think, God, I'm an idiot. But then I realize there is a market out there for Trumpy Bear and for Trump sex toy thing. And I think, well, maybe I'm not so silly.
God, I questioned if the Trumpy trout thing was real at first. I was like, there's no way this is real. Like, there's no way. But then, yeah, there is. It's awesome. So,
all right. People are saying that Mr. Warholic passed away in 2018.
Like, so was that really his name? Now I'm fascinated.
Well, yeah, I noticed I'm like, that's like, I don't know what that means. There's a Frank Warholic thing that pops up. When was that commercial from? He looks real. Looks real to me. 2017. Looks real to me.
2017.
Well, there you go. Mr. Warholic was in the commercial, and then he passed away a year later. So Trumpy Bears have been around for fucking 8 years.
Bro, this video has 5 million views.
Who the fuck is buying Trumpy Bears?
A lot of people.
I'm sorry for you.
Hey, quick question. So this question was asked. Trump asked it on the Flagrant podcast. One of Trump's guys said he was the number one, influencer on the internet, and Trump was like asked Andrew Schultz, like, who do you think? Who do you think are the 3 biggest names in all of like influence online?
I have no fucking idea because I don't spend like the biggest YouTubers and streamers and shit like that, like Kai and Speed and like
but they're not bigger. But like Trump is number one. Trump's the most influential. I'm talking about period.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just
I thought you were talking about like as a job.
Oh yeah, no. Just the influential people in the world. Like who are the top 3?
I would have to imagine Trump would be up there. Elon might be up there.
That was my top 2.
And maybe maybe like fucking Cristiano Ronaldo or some random thing like that.
I said Rogan for 3. But I said that I wasn't sure. Like, it's the number 3 is a tough one, to kind of figure out. Like,
people that affect politics. Are we talking about their like social
just
media
overall,
power,
just overall influence of an individual?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, then I wouldn't put an athlete up there. I don't know who my third one would be.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying Tucker, but I think Rogan's bigger than Tucker. It's close, but I think Rogan's bigger than him. And then, like, Andrew Schultz said Kim Kardashian. It's like,
well, yeah, that's the thing, because I don't think that there's going to be massive celebrities with fucking huge following numbers, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that people will, like, if they say jump, 1 million people are going to stand up and say how high.
Right.
Where that is the case when you see these fucking rallies and stuff for people like Trump or people like they do have a lot of influence in that way, like actual real shit, not just people following them for a little bit of drama or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely Trump and Elon are 1 and 2 though. That's for sure. 3, it's kind of tough to figure out.
I don't know. Didn't Kai start a fucking riot in the middle of New York?
He did. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he should be up there.
Yeah.
Those guys, like, they get such crazy interaction, and I feel like I'm in a completely different, like, I never see it. You know, like, I've never come across any of their fucking videos or anything like organically. It's all through X.
Yeah.
I've never seen them on YouTube. Like, I've never come across their shit, never come across their streams ever.
Did you see what happened? Or you probably didn't, but did you see what happened with IShowSpeed the other day? He attempted the world record for most backflips in a 24-hour period.
Didn't he quit like 8 hours in?
Yeah, his legs locked up on him after 660 backflips. He just literally could, and he did no prep for this. So he
was going too quick. Yeah.
Well, he did no training. He did no training. He just decided to do it. And 600, that's crazy. Crazy. But I think he did 660 of them in the first 10 hours.
He probably went too quick.
Yeah. So crazy, man. So the record is 1,000 and like 8 or something like that in a 24-hour period. That's insane.
That's a lot.
Yep.
But not interested in breaking any world records.
Get the fucking spam out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Spammers. Because a militarized clone soldier who is brainwashed to fight robots cares about its transsexuality. Okay, thanks, Disney. It's so ridiculous.
It really is.
It was E.K. Johnston. Is she the one that wrote that one? I think it was. Robert Dews for 5. Glad transmissions have representation in Order 66 killing younglings. Hey, that would be very accurate to the real life, wouldn't it? Just saying, maybe that is what they're trying to go for. Golden Nuggets for 5. Thank God for heroes like Jeremy, a great man, a respected leader, and he's straight.
How does this work?
What is it?
So this chick just
Bill Prime
posted,
Gaming, you guys are the best. Jeremy's gay. Thanks, Bill Prime Gaming.
How does this work? This chick has 110,000 followers. Her payout for Twitter was $6,200 fucking dollars. She's got 100,000 followers. She's essentially got the same amount of followers as I do.
She tweets a lot.
Must tweet a lot. I just saw this on my timeline.
She replies a lot.
Yeah, 99,000 tweets. 6,000? I just got $200 today. That's what I got.
I've never been paid a single dime from them.
I just got $2,000.
That's a lot of fucking money.
I'm sorry, $200. She got 6,000. I got 200. No, I didn't. If I was 2,000, I wouldn't be complaining. But yeah, I got $200.
I guarantee she tweeted a lot more than you.
Probably.
Pat, Jeremy, can you show Ryan the photo I emailed you of the Trumpy trout inflatable girlfriend?
You'll have to send it again. I don't see it in my inbox.
What the fuck? Two's news for $1. Optimus Robot babysitting a toddler. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't let them watch my children. Vault 95 survivor for $1. Trumpy trout is nearly half the cost of Nintendo Alarmo. Jeremy knows a good deal when he sees one. Yes. What was that Nintendo Alarmo? What's up, Adrian Curry?
It was this announcement that Nintendo made. We did a reaction to it. It's basically an alarm clock that lets you know that Nintendo does not know that smartphones exist. So Nintendo has this alarm clock that plays, wait for it, Nintendo music when you wake up. You can set it to play Nintendo music, and it can also judge you based on your movements while you're sleeping. And it's just weird.
If only I had a phone that could do that.
Yeah, yeah. If we only had, if only we had phones that actually played music for our alarms. But of course, the next thing I said that Nintendo's going to start copyright striking people playing their music on their smartphones for alarms.
God, probably. That wouldn't be surprising. God, that's so stupid. The Nintendo Alarmo. Well, I would say it's probably a 5-alarm fire at Warner Brothers right now, because as we talked about in the lead up last week, and then of course over the weekend, it didn't look like Joker 2 is tracking well. And then we got about the worst news you could possibly imagine. Not only was gonna open lower than the first Joker back in 2019, but it couldn't even match up those expectations. People thought, I'm sure it'll still be a $50 or $60 million first weekend, right? Wasn't exactly the case. And now we're sitting there looking at a total and complete disaster for Joker 2 at the box office. And like you mentioned the other day, Jeremy, when things like this happen, you start to see people try to distance themselves. You start to try to see the blame game. We have seen exactly that for when it comes to Joker 2. Because it looks like Warner Brothers is putting everything they can out there to say, hey, we let Todd Phillips do his thing. This is his thing. Don't blame James Gunn. Don't blame this person. Don't blame that person. Just blame Todd Phillips. It's all his fault. Well, it's the people that convinced Todd Phillips to do a sequel to a movie that he didn't want to do a sequel to and give him $200 million. Those are really the people that are at fault for this, before you bring in what they actually did with the movie. Inside Joker Folia debacle, Todd Phillips wanted nothing to do with DC on the $200 million misfire. And you're having a lot of this stuff coming out from sources close to Warner Brothers, effectively all saying the same thing. Todd didn't want help. He didn't want help. He didn't want to take notes from any of these people. Todd had full autonomy to do anything. There was no press, or there were no test screenings, and any notes that got given to him, he refused to look at. It's all Todd Phillips' fault, Jeremy. That this is the biggest disaster we've ever seen.
This is crazy, man. They are doing so much damage control right now. And this is Hollywood for you, man. They will turn on you in a minute. They will stab you in the back, because do you know what? They wouldn't be giving him all of this praise and credit single-handedly if this movie would have done another $1 billion. It wouldn't be just like, oh, Todd, this was all Todd. We had nothing to do with it. They would not be doing this in that situation. So this is the same, Hollywood that we're not allowed to criticize and call out because, protect the $1 billion companies. Ultimately, this is the man's gotten paid. Like, how much did he get paid? How much did he get paid for this?
He got paid $20 million. That is revealed in this article. He got $20 million. Joaquin Phoenix got $20 million. Lady Gaga, $12 million.
I mean, it's hard to feel sorry for a man that just got paid $20 million. So you can pay me $20 million and blame everything on me, Warner Brothers. That's fine. I mean, that's totally fine with me. But ultimately,
those got paid as much as the first movie cost, period.
Jeez.
Right? First movie was about $55 million budget. Like that. It's effectively that budget went into just paying the top 3 people.
And based on what we've seen so far, so from the overseas and the domestic, what are we looking at? What is this box office run going to end up being when it's all said and done, do you think? Guesstimate.
Well, the thing is, it's a lot better. It was received a lot better internationally, not still to the level of the first one, but it was better than it was here in the U.S. So a lot's going to depend on this weekend and how it does this weekend, and because this is where we can start to see what the tracking will be, both here and overseas. The problem is, with $200 million wrapped up in the budget, with around $100 million wrapped up in marketing, this movie, that best case fucking scenario you're talking about, has to hit $550 to maybe $600 million at the box office. There's no way it's making that.
And the media has reported that it was only going to need 450 to break even, just because that was the spin. Yes. That was the spin that they were putting on it. And I mean, is this movie going to make $300 million? Worldwide?
I think that it might. I think that might be like its point. I think that might be where I see I don't know if it can go lower than that.
What an absolute, what a drop, man.
But it could be 250, 300 mil. That might be where it ends up. And tracking less than the Marvels domestically, much better than it internationally, but still.
And the thing is what's crazy about this is usually, even if a follow-up to a very successful movie is not good, the opening weekend usually does not suffer this bad when the momentum is so strong coming off of the previous movie. So Joker 1 did over $1 billion. That was the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. Everyone loved it, generally speaking. It had very high praise across the board. Fans and normies alike all loved it. But the consensus was that no one was longing for the sequel. Everyone was kind of like, yeah, this is good. This is a good story, good one-off movie. It wasn't like people were like, we need to see the next chapter. You have movies like Spider-Man 3, where if you look at the box office numbers for Spider-Man 3, this is Tobey Spider-Man 3, the box office numbers are very positive for it, even though the reception to the movie wasn't positive because so many people love Spider-Man 2. And so you had all of the momentum coming off the previous movie, and that's happened many times. This is just unbelievable, man. This was a consensus across the board. The audience has told you they didn't want a sequel. No one was asking for this movie, and the numbers prove it. There was no desire for a sequel. You should have left this as it was.
Yeah, this is about the biggest disaster they could have had. The biggest movie of the fall that like this time period probably has been Beetlejuice 3 or Beetlejuice 2. A Warner Brothers movie, a sequel, and then probably the biggest flop of this same time period is going to end up being Joker 2 for Warner Brothers.
Jeez.
So, you win some, you lose some, I suppose, for WB. But with $40 billion in debt, looks like they've been losing a lot more than they've been winning.
I think the biggest goal for them right now is they've accepted that they're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. I think the biggest goal for them right now is to distance and keep James Gunn's name away from this, if at all possible. That's their goal right now, is to just say, James had nothing to do with this. This was and that's why they're singling in on Todd Phillips. That's why they're focusing on going, this was his project. James Gunn, who now runs, the DC films division, they don't want him to have any connection to this whatsoever. That's why they're going to throw Todd Phillips under the bus, and he's going to take his $20 million and take his lumps.
And it like two things can be true. This can be like massive damage control for them to get this stuff out there. It could also be true as well. And because we knew there were a couple projects that when James Gunn and Peter Safran came on, they weren't allowed to touch. One of those things was Joker 2. Another one of those things was The Batman 2. Like, those were projects that had been agreed upon by the studio that were going to continue on regardless of what James Gunn was doing, as opposed to other things that were in their power. Stuff that had been in production that they could have made the decision to keep going or stop it. But those two projects were not. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a lot of truth to the fact that he did this all himself, but Warner Brothers, they're the ones that allowed him to operate that way.
Yep. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I guess we have Superman to look forward to. We'll see.
Yeah.
Scooby Pup for 5. When a trans clone trooper shows up, that's when you can tell the DNA batch you've been using has started to go bad. Yeah, we needed another sample, Django. This one's degraded. Thank you, Scooby. Gaming Baker, I heard a love story that's being made with James Marsden and Will Smith called Men in Black. Thank you. Sun Wukong for 5. Why is Warner Brothers trying to get go under? I don't understand. They're not trying to. They're doing their best to save themselves, and they're just it's not going well for them. Joe Giamarino becomes a channel member. Thank you, Joe. Dead and Dug Up, member for 6 months. Warholics note says company that he's assigned to a field artillery unit. No, it's not a company with FA. It's a battery. I looked him up, and it looked like he was a real person who passed away in 2018.
R.I.P. Good sir.
R.I.P. Mr. Frank Warholics. And I think we're all caught up. Let me check Rumble. Oh, Pat for a buck just resent the photo of Trumpy Trout inflatable girlfriend.
Let's see here. I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to show that.
Show it, Pat. Sorry.
I just it's too close to what would be considered nudity. I know you've covered up some areas, but I can't show that.
No Trumpy Trout. No Trumpy Trout shots. Apparently.
Yeah, I can't show it. The YouTube bots will hit you for potential nudity, so can't do it. Unfortunately, can't do it. Maybe make it
way to end it.
Yeah, there you go. So But Ryan, what do you got going on?
Nothing. Got FNT in a little bit.
FNT, CobraCast, videos. I got to make a Sweet Baby Inc. video. You know, we've got a lot. We've got a lot going on in the world of entertainment, politics, and I still got to make time for Fortnite. You going to play some Fortnite mares with us later, Ryan?
No.
Why not?
Just not going to.
Beardo doesn't have power. I need somebody to play some Fortnite mares with us.
That sucks for him. What am I supposed to do? Should have had a generator.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. We hope you have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.